today we're going to be replacing the engine oil filter and hopefully resetting the service light on this Volkswagen Golf 1.6. And firstly, that's the specification of oil which we need to adhere to protect the DPF. We need a low SAPS oil. I've got the vehicle on ramps, which I indeed made earlier, and we'll take a look at what we've got to deal with underneath. It looks like we've got some fixings there, and I know there's 3 at the back. So I'll take a T20 Torx and proceed to remove these little bolts. There's 3 each side of the engine tray, and there are 3 at the back, which are a larger T40 size to remove. And invariably when removing under trays, it does pay to start at the back and work towards the front, and obviously when you're putting it back, do the reverse. And there are actually 4 on the right side of the vehicle to remove. And then the engine tray just flops down, and it's just held in place with these little tabs here. You can see there's 2 to release there. So just lift the under tray up square and just pull back. And that reveals the engine. So looking underneath the front of the car, there's a little pipe there. You can see why somebody has disconnected it. And we can see the drain in the middle of the oil filter. So we're going to get a socket on that and set that drain in. So I've got a 13mm socket, and I've actually used a 6-point socket as we're working on plastic, and I think that's advisable rather than a 12-point. And we'll just gently loosen off the oil filter drain plug. You can see it turning in the middle. If the whole thing's turning, you may have a bit of a problem. We'll just go carefully. So I've had a reposition, and we've got the catch can underneath. Hopefully, yeah, nearly caught it. That's better than letting it go everywhere. You can just take the filter off, but it makes a real mess. So the flow's just reduced to a drip. So I'm just going to quickly put the plug back in. Now it's drained, and that's the full extent of the mess. It's negligible. So we'll just wipe that off with a cloth. So we'll get a 19mm socket and remove the engine oil drain plug. And we've got this catch can at the ready once again. And I'm going to try and hold on to the crush washer. They're just there. That's coming off with my thumb. I mean, I don't want that in the oil, as I've got plans to reuse that. You can renew it, but I do reuse them with 100% success rate so far. It's just a sales thing, I suspect. It's getting there, yep. And we caught most of that, so that's good news. And while the oil is draining away, I'm going to take a 32mm socket on an extension and get that on the... I've got a second catch can there, just in case it gets messy. The hoses are keeping it captive. Oh, just a little drip there, I can handle that. And that's part of it. And now for the paper part. So it's a game of 2 halves, and this is the replacement oil filter I have purchased, and hopefully it'll be a good fit. We'll just have a quick look just to see if we're on the right track. Yeah, it looks something like compatible with that in there. And we get 2 seals and put the replacement on like so. and the larger of the two seals is here. There's a little indent there, so we should be able to get the seal pick in there to ease removal, just like so. Off it comes, and we'll place the new seal in exactly the same groove denoted by that tab there. So it's a Marley assembly with a torque setting of 25 Newton meters. So after giving everything a good clean, we'll take a bit of the fresh oil and we'll just work our way around the seal and give everything a good lubrication so that it seals well and we reduce the friction when we set in the final torque, so we're more likely to get that accurately set. So I've got a little bit of oil in the bottom and I've got the filter the correct way up to just replace. Now it can be quite difficult to restart the thread, so my advice is to get a tool like this and just turn it by hand whilst simultaneously pushing the filter up, and you can't go wrong if you don't use any tools on it. There's no risk of cross threading it. If it ain't right, it won't go. We set the torque wrench to 25 Newton meters, which is actually a lot, but what I would do is I'd tighten it and then go back and retorque. And we'll have a little clean up in here with a cloth once again. So the oil's still draining away, so I'm going to leave it a few hours and come back to it before the fill up. And this is the oil I've purchased for the vehicle, which meets the Volkswagen 50700 specification, and I've chosen to buy 20 litres of it, which is an economy measure, as it works out a lot cheaper per oil change. And we're just doing a bit of a siphon setup here as we decant it into a smaller container. Well, we've left that about 4 hours and it has got dark, so we're going to put the sump plug back in and torque the sump nut to 30 Newton meters. A smaller torque wrench would have definitely helped, as there's not a lot of room under here. Remove the filler cap, add funnel. Well, that's close enough. So I'm going to have a good look at the sump plug area and check for leaks before refitting the engine under tray. That is the tray back on. Now, if I didn't have any ramps, I'd be jacking up under here and there and putting a couple of axle stands in either side on some good thick chunky metal, as I'm not going to start it without a full engine's worth of oil. We've wiped the dipstick and we'll insert the dipstick. It just clunks in nice and firm, and we'll just finalise. We've just got a little blob on the base, so we'll finalise the oil levels. Okay, so we're about there now. Perhaps a little bit on the high side, but we've got to fill the oil filter, and it's took the vast majority of that. So we'll put the cap back on and start her up. So this is the first start up. And all sounding sweet, so we'll just let it idle and let it fill the oil filter up with a couple of revs. I'm quite happy at that. So we're going to turn the ignition on, ignition off, press the mileage reset button, ignition off, little press. That's reset the service interval, ignition off.